Now this is one of the best earthwork castles in Wales. It's a Motte and Bailey defensive enclosure, obviously. We've got rampart and ditch. It was built in 1149 by Owain Gwynedd to exert control over North Powys. Owain was the last native Welsh person to hold the title Prince of Wales. This very nice Motte and Bailey castle has wide commanding views over most of the surrounding land, including the Nanty Garth Pass, now known as the A525, which then connected much of the nearby area, so it was important to protect it. This Welsh lord also intended his fortification to be a strategic site that would enable him to seize the rich lands east of the River Clwyd up to the Dee estuary. Now, as you can see, the remains are mainly grass covered, with the moat measuring over 60 foot across the top, which is surrounded on the north and west by a dramatic ditch and outer bank. It stands 25 foot above the base of the ditch, and the bailey measures around 130 foot across internally, and there are no visible traces of the buildings that were there originally. And the outer bank, which possibly was built out of the spoil from the ditches, survives on the south, although the site has been damaged by the road along this side. Now, these medieval fortifications consist of two main parts for anyone who doesn't know: the raised earthwork called the motte, and a courtyard or bailey at the base of the motte where all the buildings were. The motte is a large mound of earth, often with a flat top, where a fortified tower or keep could be built on wood or stone. And the bailey, the courtyard at the base of the motte, is enclosed by a defensive wall or palisade, and it will contain various buildings like kitchens, barracks, stables or a chapel. Now, usually with these structures the bailey disappears under the plough, but this one remains with its circular defensive bank intact. An aerial shot shows this clearly, but as I walk round it you can see the expanse of the bailey compared with the motte. Now, from what I can gather, Motte and Bailey castles were a response to the need for rapid fortification in new territories, and could be built using readily available materials like timber and earth, making them relatively quick to construct compared to stone castles, and quickly becoming a common type of fortification in England and Wales and Ireland after the Norman conquest. Now, who were the Normans? Curiously, they were a group of people descended from Gallo-Romans or Roman Gauls, indigenous Franks from the Germanic tribes, and Norse Vikings. And when King Edward the Confessor died, without an heir to the throne, the Norman invasion happened the next day. And the Normans built the first 1,000 castles in England to bring law and order to the country due to the constant unrest between Normans, English and the Welsh. Now, this castle had a very short lifetime. It's recorded as destroyed in 1157, and King John briefly refortified it in 1212 during his conflict with Llewellyn ap Lorrath. Now, there has been some debate as to whether or not there has been an external settlement close to the castle during the medieval period. Now, surveys included a small sample area of the field located to the north-east of the castle, and in low light it's possible to see the slight remains of linear embankments orientated east to west across the field. Now, these turned out to be ridge and furrow ploughing, possibly of medieval origin. No evidence of a settlement was found in this area, but this should not discount other outlying areas which might contain it.